Shalom, Apostle Harkman, back at you once again, giving all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Kakodash. And there's going to be a quick video. And the title of the video is, "And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck." This is from Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 48th verse, which says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies," and thy enemies are all these other nations, but mainly it's focusing on your last enemy, which are the Edomites, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness for the want of all things. So anything that you have to get, you get a roll of toilet paper, you have to get it from Esau. Or you have to get it from, shoes. Whatever you get, you have to get it from Esau. Now you got Jakes doing their own thing, setting up businesses, but they still have to answer to Esau, the so-called white man, the enemy. It says, and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And you see the images of our people, our foreparents, in hardcore slavery in America, with yokes of iron upon their neck. That's a fulfillment. So this prophecy was fulfilled during the time of the chattel slavery, the transatlantic slavery, when we were brought over here by way of ships. All these scriptures point directly to us and our foreparents. Now what I did was I put slavery yoke of iron and this popped up, a punishment collar. I'm going to read this and you're going to get mad. This is from Understanding Slavery Initiative. And if I remember, I'll leave the link in the description box. Anyway, it says here, punishment collar, another name for yoke of iron. Africans, which are actually Israelites that came from Africa, West Africa, Africans resisted enslavement from the point of capture. When enslaved people tried to run away after being captured by the slave traders, this heavy iron collar was placed on them to inflict punishment. It stopped them from running away again, as the spike ends prevent the wearer from moving into any area with trees or bushes. Punishment collars such as those clearly mark out of a person as having transgressed in some way, and were often used to punish other crimes such as theft. The four spikes sticking out would have made it impossible for a person wearing it to lie down or to lean up against any surface. Other punishment devices included muzzles, an iron mask used to restrict an enslaved person's ability to talk and eat. I clicked on the word yoke, and this is also from Understanding Slavery Initiative. And you can see the picture there. It says forked wooden sticks or yokes. So they had yokes made out of iron and made out of wood, were used to tie captives together in a line or couple when they were marched to the coast. The forked end was placed around a captive's neck, and the iron bar put across the hold to hold it in place. The other end would be tied to another yoke, or the person behind would have to pick it up for the group to move forward. This is what we went through, all right? And this is Bible scriptures Bible prophecy coming to pass. We are those people. The yokes were made from tropical hardwood and were heavy, weighing about 7 kilograms. They were about 2 meters long to keep captive Africans apart. The yokes were a cheap solution to slave traders' problem of moving Africans without needing expensive chains. Family members were often tied to the yoke with rope, making it more difficult for men to escape. Large numbers of captive Africans, which are Israelites, were controlled by a few guards. In this way, as the couple walked in single file through the forest interior to the coast. This yoke is from West Africa and dates from the 19th century. So, there you have it, man. And I'm going to give you a couple of scriptures. I'm going to go to Isaiah 14. And see, Esau is beginning to realize that we are the Israelites. That's why they're making so many counter videos saying that we're not the Israelites. Now they're saying that the Ethiopians are the real Israelites, or the Israelites really were Arabs. They'll do anything but admit that we, the so-called Negroes, West Indians and so forth, Haitians, that were taken by force to serve slavery from the continent of the western coast of Africa. We are those people. Right now you have a lot of DNA type commercials, and you have Jake talking about, I'm Cameroon, I'm a certain percentage Cameroon, I'm a certain percentage Igbo, and I'm a certain percentage Mali. So they're trying to push the narrative that we're really Africans. But we were living in West Africa for more than 500, 600, 700 years. If you go back far enough to about 1,500 years or more, our DNA would go right to the land of Israel. And that's what Esau doesn't want you to know. So they're pushing that narrative that you're African. That's Esau's doing. Anyway, it says in Isaiah 14:1, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their land, and the strangers are other Israelites that wake up to the Israelites that are telling them that they're Israelites. Like us. We are GMS. We got on YouTube. We put our first video up on YouTube in July of 2007, and them brothers that came into the fold, they came into the fold listening to us and watching us on YouTube. So that at that time, those guys were strangers. So now they're in the fold. So that's what it means by the strangers. Shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place in the house of Israel shall possess them. Them are your enemies, Edomites, in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the future of this so-called white man is that his world is going down. Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. The beast is going to be destroyed. His system, his current system, is going to be destroyed, and a new system will be set up, which will be ruled by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, and the servants, which are the children, his people, which are the Israelites. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom on to the next one. So you Edomites, get ready for captivity, because that's your future. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.